I do. So today I've decided I'm going to work on the axe, and if I get that done, the shield, because I think it makes sense to actually have them done and then work on the hands to fit around them, than do the fingers and hands and try and make them fit in. Aye. So I've got a piece of mystery steel which I've just given a wire brush down to, ground in. Bloody hell, that's a strong magnet. Some grooves, so that's what it looked like. I don't know what it is, but I think it's a little bit tougher than mild steel, because there was some of the stuff I was working on a while ago, and I thought I was getting really weak, but it's not mild steel. So I've had me files on it, and it's between 50 and 55 Rockwell, and I think it's probably closer to 55 than it is 50. So yeah, it doesn't have to be particularly hard, because it's just going to stand there and, you know, be part of the big ornament that I'm making. But it was in the spare parts pile, and it's not costing us anything, so there we go. So got this groove in, so we're going to start forging the bevel in. We'll do that so far. So I actually, for a change, want this to start curving, and then I'll probably sort of curve it a bit more, you know, in the vise or something like that, and then it's going to get welded onto here. Then once that's on, then I'll do the little filly in bits. So conveniently, the microphone and phone holder thing that I've got are all in the safe place somewhere, so I'm just gonna have to show you little updates in between doing stuff. I'll stop for a cup of tea and a sandwich in a bit. I might see if I can find them. So right then, let's fire up the forge and get going. Right then, there's the next bit done. So I've drawn down the bevel, well, on that side obviously, getting it bent. So here's the main haft, which is going to go on, hold on, let's get this right, roughly like that ish, because we're going to have that point higher than the end, and then I've got some horizontally diagonally joiny on bits to go on. So I'm gonna let that cool down, have a cup of tea and a sandwich, and then come back out. Actually, I'm going to pop some more pills as well, because my elbow's going nuts now. The joys of getting older. Right, sandwich, tea, prescription drugs, and I'll come back out in a bit. I do. Right, had me tea. So this has had the chance to cool off. So I've trimmed a bit off there, trimmed a bit off there, and it's going to fit on kind of there. So I've also got another piece of metal which is going to be either that bit and that bit, and then there's a bit to come across there. So it's going to be similar to, but not exactly the same as, Gimli's walking axe. I think if I make it too similar, Peter Jackson will put out a fatwa on us for copyright theft or something like that. So I'll make it different enough. So that axe, I think, is actually being fixed on to the flat. I'm going to fit mine on the corner, and since I've decided it's going to be a functional axe, right, you stay there, I actually want that sharp, so it's going to have to be removable from the hand, and because that's quite a big edge, I've decided now that this isn't long enough, but I've got some round bar pipe which I'll flatten down slightly so it indexes in the hand better, weld it on there, and then I've got a sort of functional hand and a half sized walking axe which I'll use for just kindling and stuff next to the stove. Yeah, right, since I forgot to actually look for the microphone and this the phone holder thing, I'll just tell you, well, I'm going to get this bit cut roughly to shape to weld together. That needs a little bit more straightening now, seeing as it's going to now be, what's it like? It's not terrible. I would like it to be even less terrible, seeing as it's going to be a functional edge now. So I'll get this back in the forge. While that's heating up, I'll start cutting that up and get everything prepped to weld together, and find an extra bit for there. Smash it. Right, so there's Gimli's axe, and I've got the bits roughly cut out, so it's not identical but it's close. I'll get them all welded together. I'll probably stick a few little embellishments on here and there just to jazz it up a bit. Do you know, this was supposed to be just something thrown together quickly, you know, just for the sort of dwarf stove guy to hold on to. You know, if I wanted to put that much detail into a proper axe, I'd make a mess of it, but never mind. Right, so that's what it looks like in rough. I just need to get bits and bobs welded together, see what it looks like, and then start making it look like something. Right, let's keep going. How do? Last bit of progress for the day, I think. So there's my shaft, giggity, and there it is in rough. So a rough Gimli walking axe. And what I did do was, if you look carefully, you see I've got a steaming hot end. Hey, I made use of my fly press. I've almost forgot what it was called there. So that's going to get fixed on there. So we're going to have slightly a round sort of bell shaped end. Yes. So with a knobbly shaft, then a square shaft, then that. This has been quenched several times to cool it off, but it's still a tad warm through me welding gloves, so I'm going to put that down. Yeah, I think that's going to look canny. I've got lots of tidying up to do, so it looks shit at the minute, but not bad for an afternoon's work. I think I'm going to knock off now, have some bait, watch the telly, and do very little else. I'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.